very much, Amos. As I mentioned, and also the Dean and Amos, everyone mentioned that a few institutions have supported us and helped this conference possible. It's the Czegla Center for Interdisciplinary Research in the Law. It's the Addmund Center for Ethics. It's the Taubensland Institute for Criminal Law. And it's the new fund in our faculty, the Eiliao Foundation, which was mentioned just now by Abby. So I'm pleased to call Professor Shai Lebיא, the head of the Safra Center, to share with us a few words. I just want to say that Professor Lebיא was recently announced as the interim director of the Van Leer Institute in Jerusalem. We extend congratulations to Shai and wish him much success in this important job.
Thank you, Mario. That is out of the bag, I guess. It's a pleasure being here. This is the topic that was selected by the organizing committee is very close to my heart. With a minor change that I would bring, at least today, to the conference. So we asked about the impact of technology, science, and knowledge on Jewish law and ethics. The perspective that I come from is actually the impact of Jewish law and ethics on technology and science. And the way I see it is, does Jewish law and ethics have a new perspective to offer us when we think about questions of science and technology? Does it offer new insights? So the question of science and technology is obviously a question that's on the minds not only of Jewish legal scholars, and this is one of the main themes of the Edmund J. Safra Center for Ethics. We've been discussing for the past 4 years the relationship between science, ethics, and democracy. And in these discussions, I have found Jewish law and the perspective that Jewish law has to offer on these questions extremely helpful. And so, for example, I guess it's not just an example, it's a paradigm question in the field, which is whether science and technology enhance our freedom as a basic fundamental question in the modern technological world. And then there's a liberal answer, which is on some level, science and technology enhance our freedoms. Obviously, sometimes too much freedom is not good, so we need law to hold back and restrain these freedoms. There's a natural law on the other side that is in some ways afraid, at least of certain technological and scientific innovations, because they transform foundational understandings of humanity and of nature. And in between these, or as in a third alternative, big alternative to these questions, is whether Jewish law on specific questions and more broadly on the question of science and technology, whether it can offer us new ways of thinking about these foundational questions. And I think also perhaps a different understanding of how law relates to questions of freedom, not just to questions of science and technology. Law not only as that which limits in some ways our freedom, but law as something that structures the way we treat certain questions such as science and technology. So from cell phones to through genetic testing in pregnancy to end-of-life decision-making, we see a pull that it's not a technological imperative as it used to be called in the 60s, but a certain pull that technology has on our lives, and law, and perhaps specifically Jewish law and ethics, opens a space of perhaps of freedom in relationship to these technologies, not necessarily individual freedom of choice, but a different kind of freedom that can be studied. At least that's the question with which I come to the table and to the conference, and I look forward to a productive time these 2 days. Thank you again to the co-organizers of the conference and to the audience.